Good afternoon, families. It has been a week since I've had a chance to sit down and record another vlog for you all, just to kind of check in and update you on how things are going. So I apologize. There's been lots of things going on, just trying to reorganize schedules, get all that formalized, and just kind of figure out each and every day. So I appreciate all of your patience, and you have all just been doing a phenomenal job with navigating all the different things that have been happening and changing. So thank you so very much. So first off, pickup seems to be going pretty well for materials. And with our room parent, I'll be coordinating, hopefully just making sure that everyone kind of has some coverage. So that way if someone can't pick up before the doors are closed, if you are coming in for milestones or things like that, that we can get materials. So that kind of just clarifies, hopefully, a little bit that. No school tomorrow. On Friday, we're looking at and sitting down doing report cards. There will be no school next week, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday for that fall Thanksgiving break, for those of you that celebrate Thanksgiving. We have a new schedule in Seesaw that I will be rolling out after we come back from Thanksgiving and this longer break. So not this next week, but the week after. It'll have all 5 days, a Monday through Friday, in one single activity. So that way you can kind of take a look at who's going to be at what spot, whether with one-on-one meetings with me or small group connection meetings in the afternoons, which have been going really well, and things like that, just to kind of get a handle on those things. So there's that. Book pickup and drop off. Now that I've got, well, at least I've got some of our books in the classroom. You can kind of see behind me. I'm in the middle right now, this Thursday afternoon, putting together kind of like a book envelope. Plastic bags usually end up getting ripped and lost. So we're going to try a book envelope. So on one side, I've got a reading log. You can or you don't have to put the date, but I'd like it if you could write down the title of the book, if you read it 3 times, and just kind of initial so I know that an adult was at least there and checking. All the books that are going to come home are going to be below their instructional level, i.e., similar to the bags from senior kindergarten. These should be books that your students can read independently on their own. That said, there may be a word or two that they get to that they forget, or a sight word that they don't know, but for the most part, this should be their opportunity to practice fluency, not reading like a robot, and showing off how well they read for you. So this is some good time to be able to either sit down and listen to what they're doing and let them show off and shine for you. So I'm going to put about 3 books in the bag because there just aren't going to be enough books after a certain bit to go around. So that said, I'm going to send home a page inside here that's got a big hand on one side and some instructions on the back, just some tips and tricks on how you can help and support your reader at home. Read the books a couple of times, 3, 4, 5 times. I've got boxes for 3. That should be fine, but not all in one day, not all in one night, not all in one sitting, right? Good readers reread, so I want our students to practice rereading and looking for clues, all the things we've been learning here at school. When you're done, so probably about a week, please, because otherwise there's only so many times I can even be in the building to make things and get things turned around. I'm going to make our yellow box have a special book drop-off. So you'll take your books, put them back in this bag, make sure you wrote on there so that way I don't send you the same books more than one time, because I've done it before. It's a lot of books to kind of go through. Then I'll put it back in there, and I'll put out a message to kind of, so if you have a checking schedule or things like that, you can check out and get your books back. Other things that are going to be in our pickup. I have one more math workbook. I know these are having extra things all over has been tricky. So I'm streamlining on my next set of things so it's all one book. I'm just limited by how thick I can make things with copies and staple them. So this next one is going to have our pink workbook. The green one, I believe we are done with as of this next week, Tuesday, before we go on break. So look for that. I've also made a new dry erase page for math. It looks like this. It's in a clear page. You can erase on it. You don't need to take the pages out of it. instead of me having to laminate and cut things for everybody, when we get a new page or a new template I want students to work on for math, I will just send you the piece of paper home and you take this one out or put a new one just right in front of it. And that way, if your student doesn't have a dry erase board at home, on the back side, they can use a marker, a sock, or whatever to erase on here. These work really well. I've used these in my classroom for years and years and years, so they're a fantastic way if you don't have a workbook. That said, I really appreciate all the help and support that you're giving our room parent for just kind of figuring some things out. So moving forward, just kind of making sure that everyone has coverage for picking things up. So I really appreciate our family community as our classroom working together and helping each other as well. That said, things have been going pretty well. Students are really working hard on reading and really making great strides. So keep using EPIC. I'm checking in and following up with students. Same thing with getting onto Zern for math. It's really helping students get another crack at seeing how things work, how they are put together, and it's a great way to just really solidify what we're practicing together here when we are on Zoom class. Other than that, we've got hopefully some good weather coming up. I hope you are all safe if you are seeing family and over these next 2 weekends. And I will leave you with a fun fact. This day, November 19th, 1969, Pele, if you are a soccer fan, one of the most amazing soccer players of all time, on this day in 1969, scored his 1,000th goal, which, if you know soccer, that's a lot. That's a lot of any sport. So I hope you are all doing well, and thank you so very much. And I will see you next week.